We spent decades spending ever-increasing amounts of money trying to attract high performers, only to find out that high performers weren't in it for the money. Hey leader, David Burkus here, organizational psychologist, author of 4 best-selling books on helping leaders and teams, including high performers, do their best work ever. And in this episode, we're going to talk about what high performers want from work, what they actually want to get out of work. Starting in the early 1990s, organizations began to wage what they would call a war for talent. This was led by 2 consultants from McKinsey & Company and a book of the same name that convinced many companies that the secret to success was attracting and retaining top talent. No surprise there, but that the way to attract and retain top talent was to really ramp up compensation, perks, benefits, etc. And what we ended up with was ever-increasing compensation plans. High salaries weren't just enough. It was salary and bonus. Then it was bonuses in both long-term and short-term gains. Then there was all sorts of additional perks added on. And in the end, companies ended up spending more and more money trying to attract top talent, only to find out that top talent was never actually in it for the money. In addition, in recent years, we've begun to learn, or really relearn, that compensation isn't a major factor in increasing performance either. We know this in studies in the lab that smaller short-term compensation doesn't actually increase the solving of a variety of different problems. And we know this when we look at compensation of CEOs and other senior leaders, that even tying their compensation to company performance doesn't actually increase company performance in any smooth or predictable fashion. Because other factors truly drive high performers. Other factors are what high performers actually want from their job. And in this video, we're going to talk about 4 things that high performers actually want from their job. Money's great, but money isn't what high performers are truly after. First thing that high performers want from their job is they want to be heard. They want to be listened to, considered, and they want to have a say in how they do the work and what work they take on. You can't hire a top performer at whatever price you're willing to pay and then dictate the demands of the job to them. They don't want to be micromanaged. Presumably, we hired them because of their knowledge, skills, and abilities, because of their past experiences and their past history of top performance. And to hire them and then say, no, we know how you can work best, even though they have a track record of success, that is an easy way to demotivate top talent. Top talent wants to be heard, they want to be listened to, and they want that sense of autonomy over their work. And if they don't get that, they're just going to find another high-paying job that lets them be heard. The second thing that high performers want is they want to work with peers. Peers specifically, as in other high performers, or at least other people who are committed to doing great work. High performers were the first people to figure out that the team that they are on is greater than their own individual talent, that their ability to turn their talents into actual performance is highly dependent on the team that they're on, the resources they have, the company, and the culture that they're a part of. And so they want to be put into a team of other people that are at least committed to building that same culture. It's okay if not everybody is as high performing as them, but what they do not want is to feel like they have the weight of the world on their shoulders because everyone else on the team is a social loafer, or everyone else on the team is just there to watch them create value while they just support it. They want to know that they have a team of equals who are equally committed to helping everybody on the team perform. The third thing that high performers want is they want to be developed. They want an organization and a leader that is committed to their own growth and development. Top performers know that while they've had past history of success and that they've been able to meet whatever challenges were thrown in the way of their work and create as much value as they can, they know that their skills, unless they're constantly refined, will eventually level off. Their skills might even plummet. And they know that if they want to truly stay engaged, in addition to reversing that cycle of entropy on their skills, they actually need an ever-increasing series of challenges. Even if their skills were to stay the same, they would still need ever-increasing challenges in order to not get bored from the work that they're doing. So they want an organization and leaders that are committed to their growth and development. Now, this might be company-wide practices and policies like continuous education, etc. But truthfully, what's most important is working for a leader, working for a team manager that knows that development is a key aspect of this team maintaining high levels of performance and constantly engaging in those growth and development conversations. It's not enough to just give these people feedback. It's also, where do you want to go in your career and what opportunities can I unlock that will help you reach where you want to go in your career. Even if that means that they're going to go somewhere else down the road, that's okay, as long as they are in our organization, and our organization, or at least our leader, is committed to growing, they'll know that as long as they're here and they're going to be developed, they're still going to put in their best effort. Even if new opportunities come down the road, they're still going to put in their best effort now and create value now. And in the future, even if they do move on, they're still going to be an advocate for this organization and you specifically as a leader because you helped them develop. The last thing that high performers want is they want to be praised. They want recognition, not just compensation. High-performing talent, and really talent on any team, wants to know that their efforts make a difference. They want to do work that matters, but they want to work for leaders that let them know that they matter as well. And that doesn't just mean taking some time during the annual performance review or taking some time at the awarding of bonuses to say a quick and meaningless thank you. That means taking time in the day-to-day to point out the positive behaviors that are really making a difference in creating value, thanking and expressing gratitude for those people, or expressing praise for those specific behaviors. We know, and we've known this for decades from psychology research, that the more that we praise positive behavior, the more positive behavior we get. But we're already going to get some pretty great performance out of these top talented individuals. What we want is to make sure that they know that their efforts are recognized, that their efforts are praised and noticed on a regular basis. Otherwise, they're going to take their top performance somewhere where it will get noticed. When we look at these 4 factors, we start to figure out why the compensation strategy really failed to win the war for talent. Think about your own life. A bigger paycheck is great, but bigger meaning from the work and a bigger say over the work that you're doing is greater. Being praised for the work that you're doing and being a part of a team that is supportive and also challenging. These are things that are far more inspiring than just a couple extra zeros on your paycheck. As my friend and one of my intellectual heroes, in fact, the inspiration for this video, Roger Martin, is fond of saying, people want to feel special more than they want to feel compensated. People want to do work that matters more than just being told that their paycheck matters. And if you can provide these things, if you can provide that feeling of specialness by giving people a sense of autonomy, by making sure that you take care of the team culture, and by making sure you praise positive work early and often, then you can help high performers who have done their best work in the past start to do their best work ever. By the way, if you're looking to lead a team of high performers and attract new high performers and top talent to that team, then you're going to want to check out this video on what top teams have in common and what you can do to turn yours into one of the best teams ever.